So another film that pisses me off.
Okay, is this how we're starting every podcast, is it?
Yes.
What films annoyed you this week?
Well, I'm doing this anything just to talk over the stupidly long theme tune that I don't really know how to edit down.
No. Go on, what film?
Flintstones Viva Rock Vegas.
Oh, right, okay. The masterpiece of cinema that is.
It makes me so angry, that film. The first one was so good, right? The first one was... It was.
I'll take your word for it.
It was. It was a good film. John Goodman and Rick Moranis.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't actually seen it. It might be good.
Oh, no.
Sounds great.
It's fantastic, right? And then in the second one, it's a Stephen Baldwin-fueled shitfest.
No one's favourite Baldwin.
With that little alien that no one likes.
Alien?
Yeah. There's like... Did you remember, like, in the Flintstones, there was that alien that randomly appeared that just lived on people's shoulders?
No.
Yeah. The little green alien.
A little... I've not seen enough Flintstones.
No. You need to get on it.
I've got to change that for next week.
Yeah, that's your homework. Watch the Flintstones. All of them.
Well, okay, so apart from the little grey alien, is there anything else that annoyed you about it? Or?
It was just complete shit. It
Yeah.
was just like... it was so... Imagine saying we're going to come in and make another Flintstones movie, and then you make that.
Did you,
Make that.
the idea that you were like,
Shit
we're going to
on-
make another Flintstones movie, and everyone was like, yes!
Yeah. Well, it was good. It was really... Like, the first one was good.
Okay.
Go watch it next week.
I'll put it on now.
Yeah, put it on now. Yeah. Let's fuck this off and just go watch
We're just going to watch
the
this.
the Flintstones.
What did you do to get over your rage?
Well, to get over my rage, I went and kidnapped somebody.
Holy shit!
I went and kidnapped someone.
That angry.
I got that angry.
Was it Alec Baldwin?
No, it wasn't Alec Baldwin. He's having a bit of a hard time as it is at the moment.
He's hard to get hold of.
I kidnapped somebody, held them to ransom. Their family paid the ransom,
Keep it light.
and they paid me a full £37.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, £37.
Money, money, money.
Cash hot, baby.
Cash hot. Time rich.
So I think we need to make another movie. We've invested in a couple, and we need to make another movie.
Absolutely. That is why we're here.
Yeah. Have you watched any films this week?
No,
Good.
I haven't got around to it.
Because I should have asked you that before.
No,
I
sorry.
asked.
We're moving on.
Yeah, okay. So I brought another guest in to pitch a movie for our ill-gotten
Ill-gotten gains.
ransom of £37.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So
Tell me about them.
Yeah. So our guest this week is he's a So You Think You're Funny finalist. Much funnier than I am. Only got to the semis. He's just had a good show running an Edinburgh show, a bit Celtic. He's an actor, a writer, and the pride of Carmarthen. It is Carwyn Blaney.
Hello.
Hello.
How are we doing?
It's very good.
This is nice, isn't it?
Oh,
Nice to be in a cool room.
don't we all sound good?
I'll
Yeah.
right off the top.
Yeah.
I'm going to admit I've got a bit of a weak spot for the Welsh accent,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm probably going to be weak at the knees by the end of this.
I do get requests to say certain things.
I've got to remember that I've got an active part of this, and I can't just listen to you.
Yeah. I got
you
this
are
new
a
bit.
stand-up comedian.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's going good. Enjoying it. And it is something people have picked up on, that I think with the Welsh accent, or with not with just, I don't like to generalise it, but with my accent, because there's lots of different Welsh accents, but mine is a mix of a few different parts of Wales, and it's bouncy. And I'm thinking of writing a bit. I'm pitching this now as an idea. I'm thinking of writing a bit about how it would be difficult for me to give bad news in my accent, because it comes with a dollop of whimsy as well.
Just out of interest, how would you tell a family that you just kidnapped?
Oh, God.
Yeah. Well, I'd play out the conversation then, like.
Yeah. Obviously.
Hello, is this Mrs. Jones? Yeah. No, it's not good. What was it? Sorry, kidnapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you familiar with the phrase kidnapping? That's what I'm phoning about, actually. Specifically your child. Yeah. No, it's like I feel like no. It's this. I'm glad I've got a Welsh accent. I like it. But it's hard to say something serious.
Thank you for recording that, by the way, because I'm just going to play that down the phone the next time I need £37.
That's how.
I'm trying to think of requests I've had. Certain words. Bumblebee, that's a good one. Blueberry,
Blueberry.
That kind
Oh, I
of-
liked blueberry.
Yeah.
You like blueberries?
I sound like a dog that's just learned to talk. Then, oh, I like blueberries.
Oh man. But all of this stuff, all of these requests, paid in comparison to what we've asked you to come and do today. You're, I mean, pretty rabid to get out £37 for a film.
Yeah. So that's the budget. Yeah, that's the budget we're talking.
Yeah,
I think we can do something great with that.
I think we can. Yeah. I mean, some of the stuff we've had time machines, all
Yeah.
sorts of stuff. Yeah.
We really make it stretch, don't we?
Oh yeah. We're frugal. Is that not? Yeah.
Yeah, we're tight.
That is a word. do you want me to try that word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frugal.
It's good.
Yeah, that's really good.
There you go.
It's good. That's cash money, baby. Right. So, Carwyn,
Yeah.
what's your genre of film?
I mean, I'm flexible. So we're definitely going to be hybriding something here. What are your favourite genres? Come on, what are your favourite films?
I don't-
What is your? Has anybody else started the podcast by asking that? What
No, and it's
is
about
your
it's
favourite podcast?
my favorite podcast.
Yeah.
This one.
Did I say podcast?
You did, yeah.
Like and subscribe.
So hang on, let me get this right.
Gun to his head.
Am I in a film about a podcast, or am I on a podcast talking about films? Because clearly I've mixed them up.
I'm really confused. So you're in a podcast talking about films, talking about a
Is that what the-
podcast that's in a film.
Is this what the film is?
Yeah,
The
so
film
where are
is-
I noticed. Where are the cameras?
That's it. Paul's
Okay,
now
apologies.
pointing at the cameras.
I'll try that sentence again. What is your favourite film?
Well, favorite genre. Oh, my favorite film.
Yeah.
As we've discovered, I'm not really a film fan.
Are
But-
you not?
No.
It comes up every week.
Does
it?
Every week he's like, oh, I don't really like films.
Why? Is that? I'm turning back to you, Paul. Is that on the same lines as when people say, "I don't really like comedy," and you're like, "What? What are you on about?"
They do when they come out of my gigs.
I don't think I like comedy. That's really not for me.
I did. I thought I did. But then I saw that. So my favourite film
Yeah.
is probably Airplane.
Oh,
Hmm.
Jim.
It's fantastic.
It is. It's
Can't beat
so
it.
good.
And Airplane 2, second favourite film.
Is it? I've never seen it.
It's exactly the same film, except it's on a space shuttle instead of a plane.
Still Leslie Nielsen?
Yep.
Leslie
Same,
Nielsen?
same cast.
Welsh?
Same film.
Is he Welsh?
A bit.
A bit.
Yeah.
Are you doing that thing where any tenuous link to Wales and you're like, he's one of us?
Yes. Another one, a really good one. And this is a film podcast. Or a podcast film, depending on what part of the podcast you're listening to. Hollywood is Wales.
What?
It's Welsh.
The whole of Hollywood?
Yeah.
I've been there. I had to go
Have
to
you?
California.
So you can. There'll be a point in this where you'll go, ah. So the land where Hollywood is used to be owned, yeah, I guess,
Yeah.
by a guy called Griffith, something Griffith. He was a
Like the
Welshman.
observatory.
There you go.
Oh, no. It all
But
makes
he
sense.
was an awful person. So when I don't know what happened. I presume he's died because we're talking
Fingers
hundreds of
crossed by
years.
this point.
He's not going to come beat us up. I don't
Yeah, no, but whatever. He was so awful that they changed the name. So Hollywood was Griffith Wood before it was Hollywood. And
Really?
Did you go to Griffith Park whilst you were there?
Oh, I think I
There
did.
you go.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
there's
it used to be
strong
owned by a
connections.
Welshman.
So to bring it back round, you've come to the right person with your £37. What's your favourite film?
My favourite film for the longest time
Yeah.
was Monsters, Inc.
Oh,
I
we're
literally...
going to get on well.
Yeah, we've talked about this before, but it was when that came out, I was right about the age where I was like, those Pixar films, they're kids' films. And I'm not a kid, I'm a young man. And then I saw it on a plane and I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. It's magical.
I love how Pixar will just make anyone cry, and like you try and figure out what it is, and it's just amazing. The end of Monsters Inc. is like that. It's just kitty. Oh,
I've got a theory about Up, actually, that they had the whole film planned and then they were like, we haven't really got a very good opener. And then there were just two people working at Pixar being like, I bet you £1,000 I can make everyone cry in 10 minutes.
That's what it feels
All right,
like.
yeah, do that.
Okay, let's do that. Let's
Or
spend.
they had a meeting where they went, oh, that bit in Toy Story 2, Jesse's song,
Yeah.
we're never going to make something more sad than that. And then someone went, oh, well.
Won't we?
Oh no, that sad song they played in the Coco at the end. You not seen Coco?
I have,
I've
yeah,
seen it
I'm trying to
once.
I've just made a film up
No, I have seen
because that's the podcast. That's what your job is to go in.
Yes. So let's lean towards Monsters, Inc.
Okay.
I want a film that's got a heart.
Lovely.
What do you need in a good film? Heart. We're not going to make a film, guys, that's aimed towards like awards because people forget about them. They have their moment and they're good. Don't get me wrong. But you forget about what won Best Picture in 1993? Year I was born.
We should have probably clarified this. Some people may know that. Me and Jim are not going to be these people.
I do know it.
Was it Beauty and the Beast?
No.
That's 1992.
I can't fact check you. I don't
think
know.
it is. I think it is. You know. Go on.
Schindler's List.
Schindler's List.
Good film.
Yeah.
Good film.
Never seen it.
Great.
You've
film.
never seen Schindler's List? No. It's a great film.
It is hilarious.
But do you know what else came out that year?
Go on.
Sister Act 2.
Oh,
Which one are you more likely to watch back?
I've seen Sister Act.
Which
2.
one have you seen 6 times?
Yeah. So we're not gonna make a film that just has its moment and then has an award and then people go, oh, it's really good. Yeah, I cried through all of it. Nah, we're gonna be making a film for the family.
Yeah.
That word's come up a couple of. Family is at the middle of this. Family and heart, both of them, are in the middle of this film.
Is this a Fast and Furious film?
Yes.
Is it
What are
a
we up
Heart
to
and
with Fast
Furious
and
film?
Oh.
Is it a Heart and Furious film?
I've watched some of those.
What?
The Fast and Furious.
Oh, what is?
You have.
yeah.
You
They're
really
great.
You've
Yeah.
got a bad taste of film.
Oh,
haven't you?
yeah, shit.
I
Except
love
for the
them.
April.
Yeah, I just need something that I can pour into my ears without any sort of
Yeah.
like thinking.
They are like turn your brain off movies. They're the best.
Yeah, like I watched that. It was that Sherlock Holmes 2. There was a bit in that where I was watching that, and I just thought I have no fucking idea what's going on, but I just love watching all the old timey stuff.
Well, this is not going
Not
to
gonna be like that.
Turn your brain off.
Mm.
This would be turn your hearts on.
Oh, that's
We've got the title.
Yes, that's in contention.
Turn your hearts on.
And
A mechanical
I think
adventure.
The films that people go back to are usually like the Christmas films.
hmm
Ooh.
I think Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell. They had it with Spirited. They've that could
Yeah, that was
could
good.
be a
I enjoyed
classic,
that.
but something they did was that's Christmas.
Mm.
So
That's
do you want?
been done.
Do you want it to be a musical?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
No.
Oh.
Oh,
Where there'll be music in it.
But no, okay.
And,
I mean-
and sometimes, there'll be song breaks, and it won't feel like they're not meant to be there. Do you know what it'll be like?
That sounds like a musical. It sounds like what you've just described as a musical. There'll be song breaks, and they'll be appropriate, despite the lunacy.
Look, let me get something straight. What makes a good film? Cameras.
So far, we've decided we will film this.
We've decided that it will be filmed. And it'll have music. And occasionally the cast members will sing.
Okay.
sounds brilliant.
It is. It is brilliant. But we're not going to go down Christmas. Christmas has been done. Let's do. Is it an Easter film?
I was thinking Easter. I was like,
maybe.
yeah, do an Easter film. That's not been done before.
One of my favourites, right?
Yeah.
Is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Have you seen it?
Mm.
I grew up watching a lot of films from that period. I'm so glad I did. I'd really appreciate them more now.
Yeah.
Shout out to mum and dad for introducing me to these films because I look back and I'm so pleased that these are the ones I'd watch. I'd watch a lot of John Candy films.
Mhm.
John Hughes directed so many amazing, like, heartwarming films. Love them. And also Mel Brooks films. You familiar with Mel Brooks
Yeah,
films?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
just so good and groundbreaking and daring.
It sounds like you want to make a musical version of Home Alone.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, shall we get John Williams in?
Yeah. He's well cheap.
See?
Me and Jim
Yeah.
looked at each other like, either of us was going to have John Williams' number.
We just hear someone pushing the code into the door, and look who's there.
I know.
Do you want a fact? Do you want a film fact?
Always.
Here you go. John Williams has been nominated for Oscars in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, noughties, 10s, and 20s.
And he's never won. Yes.
He is like the Carwyn Blaney of nominated, never wins. Yeah.
Is that the name of the film?
Yes. At the moment, it's between nominated, never wins, and heart.
Turn Your Hearts On.
Turn Your Hearts Up. Turn Your Hearts Up is actually going to be a song in the film.
Turn Your Hearts Up is a song, right? Like that's okay. Yeah, that's a good.
But the
impression.
reason I was saying about Planes, Trains and Automobiles is that I like the fact that catches people off. People think it's a Christmas film, but it's not.
No,
it's a Thanksgiving film.
Yeah.
See.
I've
So
never
let's
said
not
before.
do an Easter film. Let's do Ash Wednesday.
A Pancake Day film.
Yeah.
Right, let's settle on at least a British holiday that's thin.
Ash Wednesday. It'll run from one Ash Wednesday to the next. It's the film's storyline is the duration of a year.
Okay,
So it's from Ash Wednesday to the Ash Wednesday after.
perfect.
cool. So we
So
have.
don't get me wrong, Easter's in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's in there. Yeah. Will it just be mentioned, or will they celebrate it in full glory?
No, we'll bring in the themes, and we'll lean towards like a lot of, Christian, Christmas is iconic for films and stuff, but we won't. We won't overdo it. We don't want to exclude anyone, but
Yeah.
what are the main learnings from Easter?
I'm going to say we're not going to show the death of Christ.
No,
yeah,
but Easter's not about
God.
the death, is
oh
it?
no, it's about the resurrection of
Yeah,
Christ.
yeah. Basically, you've used
Is
a
that what it's
big
called?
word.
Is that where Turn Your Heart comes on? Is that the song? Turn Your Heart On is when Jesus resurrects.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Essentially, the theme that they're going for is I get knocked down, but I get up again. That'll be a reoccurring theme. The characters will go through this. They'll be set back with things like it might be job related or indeed death, but they'll come back.
So we're following a family, should we say?
Yeah.
Through the course of 1 year from Ash Wednesday to Ash Wednesday.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So we've got a family that we're following. Where are this family from?
Now, yeah. We need to set this in somewhere that's not the usual setting for a film. How about Los Angeles? No. Let's think different. Let's think pretty. Shall I dive straight into Wales?
Yeah.
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 It'd be easy when you do the accents later when we make you do them.
If you just come up with a new tourism slogan as well.
Dive into Wales.
For the whole country.
Dive into Wales. I'm obviously biased, but it's the Welsh countryside is beautiful. That could be a nice setting. All these classic films, they're set in Chicago. That's where we're going.
Do they celebrate Ash Wednesday in Chicago?
They will now. This is a film about Ash Wednesday. Name another film that's been set in Chicago about Ash Wednesday.
Oh, right, no, I can't do that. I don't think I could name another film that's set in Chicago.
Wayne's World.
It could be
off
about
to a fly.
It could be about a Welsh family that have moved to Chicago trying to introduce Ash Wednesday to the populace.
But I can already see a problem that we're going to come across, which is when we're casting.
Right.
Something I hate is just people playing Welsh characters and putting on an accent. Pride is an excellent film. It's really good. And you kind of let them get away with it, but you just wish that they would have cast more Welsh people.
It's not like there's no actors in Wales.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not into the arts.
Yeah, it's weird that, isn't it? But yeah. So no, we it's not a Welsh family. It's a family of the world.
A family of the
found
world.
Family.
It's a family of the world. So do each of the people in this family have a different nationality?
They do.
What are they?
Starting from the top.
well,
Daddy
right,
is.
Dad is.
I'm ready for these questions. One's from
You
North
sound
Wales.
it.
Sorry, he's where?
North Walian.
He's North.
Yeah.
North Wales, right?
The mother then is from Barry Island in South Wales. The children were born on Caldy Island, which is the island where the monks live, just off the west coast of Wales.
Cordy Island.
And their grandparents originated from Anglesey.
Anglesey. Okay, where's the dog from?
It's Corgi. Oh, Pembrokeshire's in there. Look at that.
Very good.
That was quick, wasn't it? I nearly said Yorkshire Terrier. But no, I didn't say that. I said Corgi, which is a great answer to what is going to be a great film.
So did you know that Yorkshire is actually founded by a Welshman?
Could be.
It isn't.
Oh.
Chicago.
But right, okay. So we've got a dad, a mum, children, grandparents, and a corgi. Right. So are these the stars? These are the cast.
Yeah.
The main cast.
Yeah, the storyline is about this guy, and coming back to obviously Easter, and you want to bring in some messages, but subtly, like Monsters Inc. You know, the messages there about don't shred doors unnecessarily.
A lot of people miss that.
Because they drop them in subtle,
Yeah.
and that's what we're gonna do.
Subtle undertone.
That's why I'm whispering. Only people that can listen to this podcast will know that this will actually be a film about the dwindling popularity of simnel cakes.
Oh, right.
Didn't
expect that.
it's delicious. Do you know what a simnel cake is?
I think I do.
It's the Easter cake.
Yeah, I was like, I'm fairly confident I can picture one, but I wouldn't want to pick one out of the lineup.
It's very similar to like the fruit cake that you get at Christmas, you know, like a nice, dense cake, but it's covered in marzipan. And also, there's...
Is the dog called Marzipan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Marzipan the corgi.
Marzipan the corgi.
That sounds like a cooking instruction.
Step 3 of making this cake.
Marzipan the corgi.
So Marzipan the corgi.
Can you please take this seriously?
It's a lot of pride. But wait, before we go, I want to figure out who plays the dad and what's his name. Is his name Dad or?
Yeah. He's going to be played by it'll be a time to bring back some icons that have sort of. What's Craig Charles up to now? It doesn't matter.
Great. He's in.
Yeah, he's in. He is great. That peak era in the early 2000s where you'd see him. What was he on altogether? He was like Emmerdale, Robot Wars, and Red Dwarf.
The Holy Trinity.
Imagine that on your Spotlight profile. You know, that's just. Yeah.
Just something else.
He's on Radio 6 now as well, isn't he?
He's great. He's very
killing it.
cool.
Yeah.
So he's coming in. He's the dad, Craig Charles.
Dreadlocks or?
Does he have dreadlocks?
He had dreadlocks in Red Dwarf, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, no, I thought it was short hair, wasn't it?
No, it's dreads.
Do you know, I'm thinking, yeah. No, he's not going to have, no. It's not going to be a homage to Red Dwarf. He's going to wear...
That would be a turn.
He's going to wear a leather jacket with tassels like he did on Robot Wars.
Nice, okay.
Yes. And the mother played by...
Devastator.
By what?
Devastator.
Was that a robot?
Yeah, I think so.
It works.
No, that's man being silly.
The mother will be played by Kristen Wiig. She's very funny. She's great.
Mm-hmm.
Kristen Wiig and Craig Charles, I think they'll have a good rapport. And then the child, he won't be a child, sort of teens, 20s. Yeah, he's looking for a future in cooking. And his passion's the simnel cake. And over the course of the 12 years, in 12 months even in a year, I must have not slept well last night. I already have mixed up the words podcast and film and years and months. But I'm learning a lot now.
This is what we're here. We're here to help.
Neither of us offered him any help out of that. We just let him get that wrong and then stared at him. You said yes.
Macaulay Culkin.
Nice.
Macaulay Culkin. What Macaulay Culkin now or as a child?
No, he's got that sort of. He still looks young.
Yeah, American Horror Story.
Yeah. No, he's going to play an 18-year-old.
He's going to play an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Age now. Character is 18.
You can do anything with film. Come on.
You can.
What did you say the budget was?
£37.
Easy.
25p of it.
Yeah, we'll just de-age him in CGI. Costs nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So the corgi.
Yeah.
Played by any famous corgis?
Only famous corgis.
I couldn't name one. If you,
I was just about to say, Jim, go on. 5 famous corgis.
Steve.
The Queens.
Yeah, the Queen.
I think that was the name of one of them.
Right. He's been adopted by the family.
Yeah, I think we know who, don't we?
Oh yeah. Oh no, he did adopt them, didn't he?
He did.
Did he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. Poor dog.
I'm not. I'll be honest.
So we're rescuing.
I'm not.
Moving quickly
I
on.
am not interested in that family.
We're going to adopt one of. We're going to save one of those dogs. We're going to adopt one of those.
It'll
corgis.
be yeah. Actually, because heart is at the heart. That's on the back of the DVD.
Yeah.
Heart is at the heart.
Instead of the barcode.
We won't use a trained dog for this. They're expensive. We will only use rescued animals. And it'll be subtle, but in each scene the dog appears, it'll be a different rescued dog.
So just change.
Yeah.
Same breed or?
Look, that's the magic of Easter.
every month we move in the film, it's a completely different breed of dog.
There's like a subtle amount of magic in this. You know? It's not in your face magic, but it's just subtle. And it's just there.
The magic of Easter.
The magic of Easter.
Magic of Easter.
The magic of Ash Wednesday.
Magic of Ash Wednesday. Okay. So we've got our family. They live in Chicago.
Yep.
They have a corgi which has been rescued, which turns into all sorts of dogs through the year. We've got mum, dad, kids, and the grandparents.
Yeah, they were mentioned.
They were. Who plays them?
Mel Brooks.
Mel Does
Does he play both?
He does.
Yes. Fantastic.
Because I think, am I right in saying that in Jack and Jill, Adam Sandler played himself and his sister?
I've seen that.
Of course you've seen that.
And I thought that was terrible.
Didn't he? I think he won the Oscar for that. Didn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah,
I
yeah.
think he did.
Yeah.
So-
Both parts.
Yes. He's the first person. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're joking.
1,000% joking. Did you think for a hot second, did Adam Sandler really win 2 Oscars for Jack and Jill?
Did Adam Sandler win an award?
Yeah.
I think he may have won 2 Razzies.
Do you know what, actually, I did just make that little jab there. He did win a very iconic comedy award recently. The, what's it, that massive American one? Mark Twain Prize. And very deserved as well. He is an icon, Fidus. Hats off to him. Even though it's funny with Adam Sandler. I love, there's something iconic about him and his films. But the majority are just so bad, you know? And you watch them and they're terrible, but you'll still watch them.
I think there's a bit of a conspiracy theory that a lot of the later films were just him wanting to take his friends on holiday and have someone pay for it, because they were set in these like lovely locations, and he's always got his mates with him in the film.
Let's cast this smoking hot woman.
Yeah.
Go to somewhere tropical and just go. Yeah.
I would like to set a film about me being like a, I don't know, down on my luck sort of loser, but it's set in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Again. Right, okay. Right,
he can make an appearance. He's coming in.
Adam Sandler.
This is something about this film. It's not heart at the heart of the film. It's celebrity cameos. That's what people want.
Celebrity cameos are the heart of this film.
Yes. So he pops up. All the big names pop up. All of them. Jim Carrey.
All right.
Yeah.
Modern day Jim Carrey or
Whoopi
classic?
Goldberg.
From Sister Act.
Yeah.
As a nun?
As no.
Oh.
No, she pops in quite late on as she pops in this very emotional scene where he's starting to make rounds. He's got his bakery open.
Oh no, we've not even established.
Yeah, hang on a
oh no,
second.
it was. Yeah. You know, you said he was trying to make
He's got his bakery open. And there's this very emotional scene where he decides, today I'm just going to sell simnel cake. And no one comes in. He's about to shut the shop at 3 o'clock. He's got 2 more hours to go. But he's about to shut the shop. Who comes around the corner? It's Whoopi Goldberg. And she goes, I heard you do a simnel cake. And he goes, yes. And
It's gripping dialogue.
I'm
she
captivated.
looks at the camera and says, I'll take the lot, like in Harry Potter. Do you know that awful bit where he buys all the sweets? Why?
The poor starving kids in the next compartment.
Yeah,
There's just one kid in the next
it's a huge train.
I just, do you know what? I've had such a shit day. I've had to say goodbye to my parents. Do you know what I'd really love? Just one chocolate frog. Oh, that fucking prick has eaten them all.
What is she going to do? She's going to look so weird going down the other half of that train with an empty trolley. The Potter kids got it.
Yeah.
Awful, innit? See, I grew up reading and watching Roald Dahl films, books. So I've learned that you need to give naughty people a comeuppance. That's always a theme in Roald Dahl. He'll go, this is a bad kid. Let's get him stuck in a pipe. Teach him a lesson. It's horrific. But that's going to come into this as well, that sort of darkness, you know.
So what would you have, if you were in charge of the Harry Potter films, what punishment would you have given Harry for being a little bastard and buying all the shit off the trolley?
Well, J-Hooks. Can I call you J-Hooks? Is J-Hooks fine?
Why not?
So, Jim... the punishment I would have given him was the chocolate frog comes alive in his stomach. Bursts out like in Alien. And try completing the rest of the franchise with a hole in the middle of the protagonist's chest.
So he's got a scar on his head, a hole in his chest.
He's falling apart.
Where his heart
Thank goodness he didn't try the every flavour beans.
Do you think the heart is in the belly?
No, I was imagining it sort of like on the way down.
You think the esophagus goes past the heart? He's eating a chocolate frog and it's like, right, as I go past the heart.
I'm no doctor. No doctor.
Another song in the film. I'm no doctor. I'm no doctor is actually sung by Whoopi Goldberg in that scene. After ordering the Simnel cakes, she orders them all. By the way, like I said, she orders all the Simnel cakes.
Now, Carwyn, I'm having a little bit of trouble.
Yes.
I'm having a little bit of trouble imagining what I'm no doctor would sound like.
Mm-hmm.
Just wondered if you could just sort of
see if you pass.
Help us out.
So I need to remind myself of how it comes up in the script. She looks at the camera and she says, "I'll take the lot." And then she sets up. Then she says, "Look, I'm no doctor, but this is fucking tasty." Right? All of these films, I know it's a family film, but you drop in just the occasional swear. You have to give something for the adults. So she swears, and then the last word in the film is shit. Yeah. It just comes up at the end. For the adults, it's there as a treat. But the song, you ask for the song, and you're going to get the song. I'm no doctor. I'm no gardener. I'm no lifeguard. But I tell you one thing. That cake is in the heart of the stomach. And I want all of them now. And then that's when the windows open and the chorus. And I want all of them now. I want all of them now. The Simnel cake, it's coming back. I eat as if it is crack.
I love an original score, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
and I didn't mention it is composed by Danny Elfman.
So it's got more of a bum rhythm.
Yeah, it's a jolly song.
Yeah, I like. Genuinely, I love Danny Elfman. I've got a movie soundtracks playlist that I listen to when I'm writing, doing work, because I like to have some music there, like just something, but lyrics, no. Otherwise, I'll get distracted.
No, I'm with you. I agree with that.
So yeah, movie soundtracks, and I got a lot of Danny Elfman. I think he's excellent.
Excellent. So Whoopi has sung the song, a brilliant song. She's ordered all of the Simnel cakes.
Yeah.
And what happens now?
Well, that's kind of like 2/3 in. That's like one of the turning points. I think.
What season are we at this point then?
March.
Right.
Wait.
Very close to the end.
When's Ash Wednesday?
Isn't it sort of like...
When's Ash Wednesday is
February.
Another song. I wasn't saying when's Ash Wednesday because I clearly know that Ash Wednesday is in...
Look, we can all agree
February.
we all definitely know when it is.
Yeah.
It is February.
It's February.
Yeah.
Oh, so March is really early.
No. Sorry. I didn't say March. What I meant was...
You did.
This is around... This is in January. This is in January.
I'm losing my mind.
Yeah, it's about 2/3 into the film. It's around January.
And that's why no one's bought any of the cakes, because they're all on their diets.
Yes. And that's one of the many things that he's competing with. That's where I get knocked down, but I get up again. That comes into this. Because he's competing. He's not making cakes. He's making joy. You know,
He is, yeah.
he's making joy.
Yeah,
He's
there's
baking fun.
There's no joy in January.
There's January.
Oh.
Big
Is
old
that what it
grumble.
says on his little camera, his little calendar at the back when he's crossing the days off?
Yeah. No. So he's forever trying to convince people just of how nice and how brilliant a simnel cake is. It's so dense, it can keep you going, a simnel cake, for a while, you know? But everyone's on their diets.
Yeah.
And part of the sort of the storyline is that it starts at Ash Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah. And it's all about the diet. It's a bit like the start of Dodgeball. You see the gyms and stuff, you know, at the start of Dodgeball. Everyone's keeping fit, and it's toxic. It's one of the many themes that we just put in there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you've got like that's another guy that does an appearance. White Goodman,
Who's
played
that?
by
Goodman.
Jim John. What's his name? He's hilarious. Come on, Dodgeball, the actor.
There's lots of actors in Dodgeball.
Yeah, the main
Ben Stiller?
Ben
one?
Stiller.
Ben Stiller.
Jim John. I asked.
Yeah, Jim John. I was like,
Jim John's the name of his character.
you've got to give me a little bit more rope. I can't help you.
So
I
Ben
had
Stiller.
the one syllable right.
So Ben Stiller plays a character called Jim John,
Yeah, the trainer.
the trainer. Okay.
And it all kicks off with him, and he's like, you know, he's getting everyone fit.
Yeah.
He's like, just eat the cake. And you know, you've got many montages, because what makes an 80s classic is a good old 80s montage.
Is Ben Stiller the baddie then? The Jim. He's
Oh, he's got to be the bad.
he's got to be the baddie. Like he's stopping
Yeah.
people from eating the joy cakes.
The baddie, in a way, is
Joy cakes makes it sound like something else. Weed simnel cakes.
that could be
Could work.
that could be in the sequel.
Nice.
It would be too much to heap.
Yeah. Tough
this
for a family
simnel
film.
cake. Yes, yeah. No, we'll work our way through that.
Frequent drug taking.
Like I say, you need some adult references. That's why the film finishes with
Shit.
shit.
Oh,
it
I was
ends
like-
just with someone going shit, like and the credits roll, and it's going to be proper 80. I know I've jumped maybe to the credits a bit too soon. I mean, I've only spoken about one scene, but
a long
the
scene.
credits will come up like, do you know, like films used to do? They used to put Polaroids up
Yeah.
alongside. That's happening.
Like National Lampoons.
Like National
Lampoons,
Lampoons. There
yeah.
you go.
Actually, if you wanted to, you could have a little credit break in the middle of the film. I don't think I've ever seen that, but you can have some credits.
Have the credits halfway through the film.
Yeah, well, some of the credits, like, oh, this is what you've seen so far, just in case you want to know.
There's a lot of characters. We're going to have to give you some of them now.
Yeah.
There's too many people to do the end.
Well, no, there's a logic to this. Like the dog, you know, we changed the cast halfway through. They were played by one set of actors. Then halfway through. No, Jim, don't be silly. But I tell you one thing.
That's not what we're here for.
I'll meet you in the middle as you're the exec. There's a film that my family, we love it. We watch it all the time. It's called The Great Race.
Yeah.
And have you heard of it?
Is it the one with Mr. Bean in it?
No.
No, I know what you're thinking of. But
Rat Race, I'm thinking of it.
Mr. Bean, otherwise known as Rowan Atkinson.
How many times, Paul, in other episodes has he said, I know it, is that the one with Mr. Bean?
Not quite yet, but I suspect
mean-
it's going to be a regular occurrence.
I wonder if he'll cut out that bit where we talk about Schindler's List and he goes, isn't that the one with Mr. Bean? Is that going to be cut out in the edit? I don't know. The listener will only know.
We don't cut anything.
Yeah.
All of this shit. We so far recorded 2 hours of absolute nonsense.
No, what I was going to say was that film's, it's hilarious. It's a comedy classic. It's got Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis, and it was directed by Blake... Quentin, no, that's the artist. Anyway, that has something that they don't do in a film anymore, an intermission. There's this point in the film where just a few pretty slides are to put on the screen, a few stills, and beautiful music. And it's a chance for people to have a leak, top up the food. The food comes into the film a lot, so people will be thinking about it.
Yeah.
Guess what's in the cinema at the box office? Guess what's there for people to...
Popcorn. Flavoured Seminole cake.
Popcorn flavoured simnel cake and simnel cake flavoured popcorn. Both will be available at halftime.
half time. not the intermission.
Look, I've told you before, I'm a sporty person, so we're calling the intermission half-time.
Half-time.
And there will be some credits, just so you people remember, like, because what I
Do
hate.
they have to swap ends in the cinema? Face the other way.
Do you know, I preferred the first half because we were looking at the screen.
Well, it's an audio adventure now.
No, we're in danger here of losing the plot, boys.
We're in danger of finding it.
Yeah, he dreams of being a baker.
Is this the son? Just to clarify.
Yeah.
Okay.
We say, he's what did I say? 18. Macaulay Culkin plays him,
Runs his own bakery.
and his name's.
He needs the dough.
Oh, very well done.
Oh, that's really good.
That's got to be a song.
He needs the dough.
He needs the dough.
It's not a song.
Oh.
Rule 1 of improv: shoot down any other suggestions.
Less yes and more no but.
I love it when no comes up in improv. It's so funny.
No.
Yeah, it's great. It's, oh, that's a strange cat on your shoulder, and somebody goes, "It's not a cat." Grow up. It's my hood.
Cool.
The wind blew it over, and then the fun of the scene's just gone. But I'm in the corner there in absolute stitches because I do love that. Yeah. Where were we?
So we had the big race intermission, and we've gone back into Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
Dreaming of bakeries.
Mm. Yeah. This is where the storyline really kicks off.
Right, buckle up. Now we're going.
He wants to be a baker because that's what his late mother did.
His mother died.
She died.
Oh no.
So
How?
Kristen Wiig's only in the montage at the start.
Oh wow.
She died trying to make the largest simnel cake in the world. She'd never made one before. She didn't know the challenge ahead. She gave it her best, but she was exhausted. And she died of exhaustion. Yeah.
I'm sad. I'm captivated.
These films need that.
They do.
Need it.
Yeah.
J-hooks. So that's the sort of start, and he wants to do that. He wants to do that. And he wants to tell the world about the simnel cake and everything like that. He wants to get people in on baking and just share the world of treats and whatever. But he's competing all the time with just the pressures of social media. Everyone wants to be thin and keep fit and everything like that. And he just is. It's not taking off. And his dad's well against him. He's like, "You're not going to be a baker. You're going to be a lumberjack with me."
A lumberjack
Mm.
in Chicago. It's a tough trade.
Haven't you heard of the word suburbs? You only need one lumberjack in the suburbs because the desire to cut down trees is quite low. People tend to like them for the privacy and that they are for the planet and
It's
stuff.
really it's a real feast and famine business, isn't it? The
But
logging industry
occasionally-
in downtown Chicago.
Another theme, of course, that runs through this is just the blight of ash dieback on a tree. And when a tree gets ash dieback, Ash Wednesday! Oh my goodness!
For fuck's sake. I don't know where we are.
Look, it's quite clear. The pressure's mounting from his father. His mother's died. Social media, just everyone is like, fitness. And especially around Easter time, because that's what everyone's thinking. I'm quitting this. I'm stopping this. I'm not doing this anymore. But he sticks at it. And he finds a mysterious old, whimsical, old baker down an alley.
Played by who?
Is Rip Torn still alive?
No, he isn't. He died 3 or 4 years ago. But it's okay
We've
Because
got a time machine.
we've got a time machine.
Don't be silly. The Rip Torn would be great. No, let's come on. We can work through this. A bit of nostalgia. We want someone that's bring back the Rick Moranis.
Oh,
He'd be brilliant.
fantastic.
He would be excellent. Rick Moranis is he's got this part all over him.
Wise old baker.
A wise old baker,
Yeah,
sort of
okay.
like, you know, he meets down an alleyway just as Macaulay Culkin's chucking this cake away. He's like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna
Go back to logging.
go back to logging in Chicago. And he's chucking the cake away, and he goes, "Not so fast. You've got something, and you just need to unlock it." And he says, "Look, I just can't. My dad needs me at work. He's dying."
He's dying.
His dad's dying.
Technically, I mean, we all are. But, you know,
It's not a lie.
not of anything specific,
Wait a
but
minute,
it's
wait a minute.
just...
Who's dying?
Huh?
Who's dying?
The dad.
Everyone.
The dad.
Yeah.
Right. Everyone dies at the end, and someone just goes shit, and then
We started this by, wasn't it supposed to be like a really heartwarming film? So far, the
Heartwarming
mum's
is
died
the-
of exhaustion. The dad is now dying of just...
the dad's abusive, right? That's abusive.
The dad's trying to force the son into a lunatic business.
Oh, gosh. You need death in a heartwarming film.
Yeah.
Lots of it.
My favourite film of all time, The Jungle Book.
Oh, brilliant film.
Excellent film, innit?
I felt like we should have asked you that earlier. I feel a bit bad now.
We've discussed this, Jim. We're very bad hosts.
I knew as soon as I asked that question, if they don't ask it back, I'm going to mention it.
It's here.
So yeah, no, that's got that obviously iconic bit where it seems like Baloo's died. He's not. That's just spoiled the film.
Spoilers if you've not seen The Jungle Book.
No, hang on. I hate that whole thing of spoilers. It was made in 1967.
I was gonna say,
if you've
yeah.
not seen it, come on. It's
If you've not seen The
so
Jungle
good.
Book, but you are listening to this, you've got no excuse.
Yeah. Anyway, yes. So that
I've seen The Jungle Book. I see you looking at me. I've seen
yeah, so that's the sort of storyline, and so he's taken into this sort of after dark. That was a bit.
Oh, yeah.
We got a
burp.
burp. 47 minutes.
I
It's
burp.
usually Paul.
Yeah, I usually burp in the episodes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know what it is about drinking water and talking a lot. It makes me really burpy.
I think it was just the excitement.
It's all those Simnel cakes you had on the way in.
I'm 30 years old. No, genuinely, this is shaping up. Look, yes. So, of course, the storyline. He's got to go into this sort of underground college where he learns all these amazing things about baking. Not just Simnel cakes. Simnel cake is obviously the desire, but they know that that's the hardest. He does all the easy ones. Module 1.
Meringue.
I was going to say module 1 is jelly.
That makes more sense.
How to marzipan the corgi.
Yeah. Module 3, how to marzipan the corgi. So on and so on. But lo and behold, which is, on a side note, I love the phrase, lo and behold. It'll be said so many times in this film. Lo and behold, it'll come up a lot. Lo and behold.
Are they two other people doing the course?
They are twins.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, played by who?
James Lowe, the rugby player, and Martha Behold.
An undiscovered actress.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've not had an undiscovered.
Yeah,
yet.
say, yeah.
No, she's great. She's honestly. Have you not heard of Martha Behold?
No.
See, that's the problem with this podcast, is that you could have just been like, Martha Behold, and we'd be like, ha 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 ha. I guess that's an actress.
No, I mean, I'm guessing through maths that there's going to be a Martha Behold out there somewhere listening that potentially has acted in something before. I'm talking about her.
She'll reference this podcast as
Yeah.
Get on the CV.
Yeah.
No, lo and behold, are a couple of his friends. So he works his way through this college. It's all after dark. But then there's that moment. The dad discovers what he's been doing. I was expecting like an,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So this is.
I didn't know he was keeping it secret.
I kind of forgot.
This is pre the scene. This is about halfway through now.
We were 3/4 of the way through earlier.
Look, Paul, I can't make this clearer. It starts off with a montage where Kristen Wiig dies. It's sad, but it's heartwarming because it's Ash Wednesday. He wants to be a baker like his mum was. His father wants him to join the logging business. He secretly wants to bake. He enters things and just tries things, never kicks off. The mysterious baker down the alleyway discovers him. He secretly, behind his father's back, starts learning how to bake. And it's excellent, and it all takes off. Then, just after the halfway mark, the father discovers what he's been doing behind his back. Wanking. No.
Right behind him.
He gets a kick out of it. Like I said, you've got to just drop these things in for the adults.
I'm definitely not eating his Simnel cakes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm saying okay to hype myself up for this. So yeah, he discovers, and obviously that then is, things are kicking off now. So he runs away. He's run away.
Oh no.
He's thankfully though been making money through the logging business. And he's a bit exploitative of his own father.
As he run away to the woods.
He runs away. No, further into Chicago.
There's no woods.
One of the many things that was difficult for him trying to get his cakes out into the world was that there's just no demand for Simnel cakes in the forests.
The rule one of business, supply and demand. All supply.
Yeah. No. Anyway, yeah. So that is when he decides this is it. He opens the shop. It's a disaster until Whoopi Goldberg comes in. Every time I've said her name, I've said it wrong.
I don't know.
I've said Boldberg. I've probably called her Bald a couple of times accidentally.
Brian Goldberg. I mean Whoopi.
Yeah, Bill Goldberg.
Bill Goldberg. Yeah, so say Bill Goldberg comes in.
There you go.
The wrestler
so
Goldberg.
that's where we've reached. Are you happy now, Paul?
Oh,
are we happy?
This is the best hour of my life.
Same here.
There's something that actually we've glossed over here is that the mum died in a montage. Was this a montage of mum dying, like loads of different stages of it?
Oh no.
Not only is it a montage where she dies, it's a montage where lots of mums die.
Oh no. Oh, the generational trauma of every mum in the family dying trying to make this Simnel cake.
Starts off in like the 1500s. Just keeps going.
It's the opening of Up Squared.
Up only had that one death. This has so many generations.
Oh, you think that was a sad opening?
And that's why now you understand, though. You can put yourself in the father's shoes. He'd be so pissed off if he's like, just look, son, you can do whatever you want in your life, but just for God's sake, don't get into baking because it's killed my wife, her mother, her grandmother. It's just unbelievable. But he does it anyway.
This is a family that is bad at baking.
It will be so moving. It'll be moving, and that's the way you want to start. You've got a couple of upbeat songs along the way.
An upbeat death montage of every woman in this family.
So we've reached that vital point, 2/3 in, and we've had the Whoopi Goldberg scene. She's sung that beautiful song, and what was that song again?
Oh, I've no idea. Jim takes the notes.
She sung a song called
Food.
Glorious food.
Well, that's one of the songs. One of the songs is just called Food.
Food.
One of the songs is just called Food.
Wasn't it I Want Them All or something?
I Want Them.
Oh, I'm not a doctor.
I'm no doctor.
I'm no doctor.
I'm no doctor.
I'm no doctor.
Shortly after I'm no doctor, we're getting to the crucial bits now. This is where things start wrapping up.
Big finish.
Yeah. So, we're in Chicago. Hardly any trees at this point.
Yeah, they've all been chopped down. Just let that city dry.
Occasionally between
Business has been
scenes, right? Occasionally between scenes, you'll have this police officer, this reoccurring character. He doesn't say anything, and he'll just walk down the street, and he'll look at where there used to be a tree, and he'll just go, "Oh, for fuck's sakes!" That one logging business that we can't pin down. But yeah, that happens every now and then.
What's his name?
He doesn't have a name.
Oh, cool.
Officer.
Officer.
Who's he played by?
Who's
he played by?
I told you. I
was like,
he's played by he's played by Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yes,
that was. I mean,
yes, fantastic.
And every time when he looks at a tree, does he do the eyebrow thing? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
If you smell
what that boy is cooking.
yeah. There you go. See things. This isn't mad at all. This is great. There's so much depth to this film. He has his moment. He's sold all them cakes to Wookie. Oh my God.
Cookie Wahlberg.
Wookie Goldberg.
Why? She's iconic, though, Finalist. As if, do you know what? I literally just said that in the worry that she'd listen to this.
Oh,
and be upset with me.
Very little danger of that.
I'm going to make it my business to make sure she actually listens to this.
The only thing.
I'm going to play it outside of her house.
Sorry. We've had the bit with Whoopi Goldberg, and she's bought all the Simnel cake, all that money. It's saved his business. There's a chance here. He's building up towards, and he just needs to go that extra mile to save. He's got up until the end of the month to be able to save his cake business and get it ready for what's going to be an incredible Ash Wednesday period all the way up to Easter, and on hearing how nice these Simnel cakes were, he gets a booking from a local old people's home. And, and so he's like, yeah, of course I can cater to 50. That'll be excellent. They all want Simnel cake. They're after that nostalgia. He's struggling with this generation of people just wanting to, like, looking at Instagram, wanting to keep fit. He's forgotten, oh my goodness, there's
the
elderly and they're well up for it because they know they've been through things.
They love marzipan.
Yeah, they love marzipan. So he gets so excited for this. The montage in the build-up to this is just going to be out of this world, and so he's catering for this old people's home, and he thinks this day couldn't get better. They're loving the cakes, and he's just getting more and more requests, and he's making money, and he's whatever. There's something itching him. He's got his last Simnel cake there in front of him, and he needs to sell that one cake just to be able to get enough money, just to go over the edge, just to save his business. And a hand comes down on the cake.
No.
On the cake. And he goes, he sees the sort of the old hand, and he's like, oh, am I going to get angry here? He says that out loud, and that's the song. Am I going to get angry here? Am I going to get angry here? I've not even been drinking beer.
Very good.
I feel like getting in a fight. This old man, he might be tight with his money. But he looks up.
Who is it?
His father. And he goes, Papa?
Papa?
Does he call him Nicole?
He goes, Papa? And he goes, yes. And since when were you in this old people's home? He goes, a couple of weeks now.
He doesn't know his own dad is still in hospital.
No, because you disowned him. Don't you remember that bit? He's disowned the child.
Yeah,
So but
after
he's
college,
in this old people's home, and he's like, oh, Dad, I can't even get away from you. You're going to spoil my moment. And he goes, no, son. I tried some of your Simnel cake from Gladys over there.
Great name.
And let me tell you, not only am I going to buy this last piece of cake, I'm going to make sure that every single lumberjack out there knows about your business. He gets the cake. With one hand picks it up. With his other hand picks up his wallet. Just gives it to his son. And stuffs the Simnel cake in his face. The tears coming down his face. Not only on the screen, but people watching.
Yeah.
And
with their back to the screen.
Yeah, what's going on? I can hear, it sounds
like crying.
I sounded like a Simnel cake got crushed. But that is, that's such a moment there. Then where he's won his dad over, and if he's got his dad's blessing, and his dad just says, "Hey, this cake might have killed I can't remember who plays the dad now. But hey,
Craig Charles.
of course it's Craig Charles.
Craig Charles in an old people's home.
He goes, yeah, and then the ending though is amazing. This is what people will be talking about, will be watching, and I feel bad really for spoiling it actually, but you got to give spoilers when you're pitching a film.
Yeah, you do have to tell people the end of the film.
Yeah. I think when you're discussing with the executives, you have to talk about the story.
I don't think you can say to the people who are going to make the film, "You wait to the ending, you're going to lose it."
I don't think you
Just
can call
you
us
wait, boys.
executives.
Executive bricks.
So he goes, Dad, thank you. I can't believe it. I just wish you'd have given me more support. And he goes, no, son, you don't realize. I've been with you all along.
Huh?
Because my brother, who you think died, again,
Another death.
Yeah, it's in the
Another
montage.
bakery.
It's in Jim. It's in the montage.
Were you not paying attention to the montage, Jim?
Look, as a heads up, Jim, J-Hooks, as a heads up, if there's any questions you've got, the answer is look back at that montage. It'll be in there. Look, you're ruining this. You're ruining this. Here we go.
Ruining this masterpiece.
This is the twist, okay? This is the twist.
Right. This is the twist.
This is the twist.
Okay.
So he says, I've been with you all along. I have been supporting you. He goes, no, Dad. Turns to the camera. Shit. Just drop that one in. Just drop one in.
Near the end?
Yeah, near the end. Because we need to reach our quota. Look, he goes, look, Dad, I just wish you would have said, no, I have, son. No, you haven't. You hated me. You've disowned me. I run away from you. Made things so hard. And he goes, no, because I've been talking to my brother. You thought he died, along with all them other mothers in that montage. On a simnel cake. My brother, played by Rick Moranis.
No! Now we're cooking.
Has been guiding you. Yeah.
Did he say played by Rick Moranis?
It's another occasion where the credits come up just halfway through the film.
In the film, the dad has hired Rick Moranis to play his brother.
In the montage, that happened.
Look, I admit that we do need some names for these characters. I don't think I even gave Macaulay Culkin a name.
No, child. Child who is not a child. No, he's in his teens, maybe 20s.
What's Home Alone's Kevin? That's quite nice. I like the fact that it's no, don't write Kevin down. It's not Kevin. We're not ripping Home Alone off. But I like the fact that
We're very far. I don't think there's any danger of ripping off Home Alone.
It's got Home Alone written all over it.
This is not Home Alone 6.
I like the fact that it's quite just a sort of a name that you wouldn't expect in like Hollywood. So his name is Edwin.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Edwin. His parents, played by Craig Charles and Kristen Wiig. Kristen Wiig sadly dies right at the start. Of course, are Tony and Tony. Like no, that's
Tony with an eye.
That's me trying to be funny.
It's all right. They can't all be singers.
Tony and Morgana, and Tony Morgana, and the mysterious coach is referred to just as Coach.
Oh, yeah.
Just Coach, but his name is Coach Blitzencake.
Oh, I love it.
Frosting Gown.
He's got two last names. Double barreled.
Similarly the best.
Oh.
That's his phrase.
Is that to the tune of Simply the Best?
Simply the best.
Lovely.
Better than...
Right, so how does this end?
I think we've reached quite a good ending there. So obviously what he's been trying to do, he's been trying to show the world he's trying to get simnel cakes back out there. He realizes that he
he doesn't have to just push Simnel Cake on the world, and that actually it's more about him appreciating his own difficult relation cake. Difficult relation cake is another song.
Yes.
How does it go?
Ragtime.
Right.
Time.
How does sort of
Don't ask me. That'll do.
What? Yeah.
Paul was dancing there.
I
Yeah.
was really into it.
Yeah.
We made quite piercing eye contact as well.
Yeah. No. So it wraps up, of course. And we've had this amazing reveal. He's been there all along, and he's looking forward to just having that. Now there's queues down the block all the time
Super popular.
in that build up to Pancake Day, and more importantly, Ash Wednesday. Now this is where the film ends. It's actually just before the credits.
Oh, the second credits.
Call me a traditionalist, but I think that works.
Right. Do you know what? I think we'll stick with it. We'll have the last scene just before the
format
second
works,
credits.
Okay? The format works. Before the credits, before we see the logos, and before you get up. Where was I going with this?
The narrative comes to a close.
The queues are down the block. Yeah. The queues are down the block, but there's something nagging him. And he knows that as soon as Ash Wednesday rolls around, everyone's gone. Yoga balls, sweating, just fitness. I'm quitting everything. So he's just so worried. But Ash Wednesday rolls around. There's 3 people outside.
Very nice.
And he's like, that's amazing. If I can just get through to these 3 people, and that's it. That's it. So he opens up the shop for them and he says, yeah, of course, come in. I've got loads of stuff. Nobody's buying things. And they come in and they go, we love you.
Cut to black.
Shit!
And then we've got credits. Second credits.
Because it's a bit like, have you seen that iconic, it's a bit like that iconic episode of The Simpsons. Do you know, it's so good and it's aged so well. It's just, they're so good.
The one with Scorpio.
No, I've seen Simpsons. I know this. I'm waiting for it.
The one where Lisa makes a Malibu Stacy doll because the doll's extremely sexist.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
right. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
such a good episode.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. And she realizes that if she's just gotten through to that one person, it's a start, and that's something to be really proud
That
of.
little girl at the end
Yeah.
that finds the one.
So it's the same day. It's only 3 people, but you were expecting it to be Whoopi Goldberg, the dad, and
Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
And at one point, I thought it was going to be them 3 as well.
I wasn't sure myself.
But it wasn't. It's just 3 people.
Just 3 strangers. Perfect.
Maybe out of town. Maybe one's come because someone chopped down a tree and he's like, I need to get some answers, but
Yeah.
before that I need some cake.
Before I investigate why all these trees are cut down, I need to feel my belly.
But yeah.
Is the Rock still mooching around?
Yeah, occasionally you get to get them scenes with The Rock.
Swearing at
that'll be
trees.
the kicker after the credits. Do you know the term kicker?
Yeah.
Kicker, you get a little scene, just a little laugh after the scenes, and it's just him, and he's looking around, and he's going back home from work, and he looks, and he's meant to have that big tree outside his house, and he goes, those boys.
Carwyn, what's this film called? What is the name of this picture? It's going to cost £37.
Well, we've got plenty of options.
Sky's the limit.
That's one. Yeah, no, we've got plenty of options. I think we started off with something like
Ashes to ashes.
the heart of the stomach's the heart,
Yeah.
and I think there's something there. The heart of the stomach's the heart.
The heart of the stomach is the heart.
Okay, now you might. Yes, I appreciate that. Let's not call it that. That might twist.
That would be silly.
Yes. Sweet expectation of the lonely desire.
Sweet expectation of the lonely desire.
That's the most grand title. Can you imagine only knowing the title and being like, that sounds fantastic. That sounds like it's going to be like Shakespearean or poetry.
You turn
and
it
then
on.
you see this.
First thing you see is a massive death montage of every single woman in this family and his uncle, who isn't rich.
Right, come on, Jim.
Right.
Give us that recap.
Yes.
Carwyn.
Are we making this?
Well, I think we're going to, but we just need to run through
Let's
it.
just
first.
run through it once if it's possible.
Now, this is going to be a challenge. Right, so, Carwyn Blaney, your film is set on Ash Wednesday. And it is a heartfelt family film, not an Easter film, not a Christmas film. We're talking Ash Wednesday. It's a heartfelt film. This is a family film. There's a family.
I like how many times the word families come up.
I think this is actually
it's a
Fast
good
and Furious.
indication. It's a good indication that I spent the first quarter of an hour, 20 minutes of this podcast just yelling the word family and hoping that something would come.
Like a Welsh Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
So, and in this family, we have a dad who is played by a dreadlock Craig Charles, and his name is Tony. A mother who dies in the montage at the beginning of all of the previous women in this family that have died in horrible baking accidents, and that's played by Kristen Wiig, who her name is Morgana.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there is the son who is basically the star of this picture, Macaulay Culkin. His name is Edwin.
Yep.
And there is a grandparent who we never meet again. Who
Surely they die in the montage.
do they die in the montage?
Which montage? We've got at least 3 montages because they're great. I like a montage, and he could just die randomly in the middle of the one where his shop's going well, and it's just like a side thing. He's just like, oh, by the way, your granddad's died, and he goes, did he? That's a shame. Anyway, I gotta buy a till.
I never met him.
I did think this film needed more melancholy, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, yes, and that's paid by the granddad's paid by Mel Brooks.
Oh shit! No, we need to give him a good part. It's a little detail that we'll figure out. Okay, Jim.
We'll get it in the redraft.
Jim, for the last time, look at the montage. Your answer is in there.
Maybe does this happen in the film at various points? They tell you to rewind, watch the montage to figure out this bit of the film.
You have to replay it.
I know it's a bit late to add this detail, but it is a sweet one. The granddad doesn't die. That would be too much death.
That's where we draw the line.
Mel Brooks' character is excellent. Mel Brooks is such a legend. He's nearing 100, so let's just give him a part that's just so made for him. He'll just be that granddad figure that will sort of occasionally spur on the son, and he'll say stories about he remembers the old Simnel cakes. He remembers his parents making them.
That killed his wife and his mother and his daughter.
Potentially, yeah. But he'll add that bit of whimsy, that bit of Mel Brooks dark comedy, just every now and then, and it'll just be that thing that keeps Edwin going.
Okay, so Mel Brooks, the inspirational old man who makes jokes about his wife's passing.
Yeah.
And at this point, we introduce Adam Sandler and Jim Carrey and Whoopi Goldberg. And at this point, right? So we're in a position where Macaulay Culkin is a baker and he's in his shop and he's not doing very well. He's baked loads of these Simnel cakes that he's so passionate about because it's killed all of his family. And Whoopi Goldberg, she sings a song called "I'm No Doctor." Which was composed by Danny Elfman, and then buys all of the cakes. Okay, and then Ben Stiller appears.
He was going to be the villain.
Yeah, so Ben Stiller appears because right now there's a kind of an ominous situation occurring where everyone's at the gym, and that's why no one's buying Simnel cakes because because he's inspiring everyone to work out. And then there are 2 friends called so Ben Stiller plays a coach who is called Jim John Trainer. But then his name changes later on in the film to Coach Blitz and Cake Frosty Goodness. Is that right?
That is wrong.
Oh,
Get it right, Jim.
You've mixed up Ben Stiller's role with Rick Moranis's coach role.
oh right, okay.
The coach comes in just before the whole shop kicks off. You know, it's as he's learning to bake.
I've really enjoyed that, Jim. You've actually changed your notes. Like, we're going to use this. Like, this has got to be immortalised.
Oh no, because I've got to reference this on the second page.
Like,
Right.
I appreciate what I've done here. I have given you the story in potentially the wrong order. And
There's nothing potentially about it.
And now the order of the film's coming back. Why don't you?
Yeah.
I serious?
God.
I'll just give you like 30 seconds, as fast as you can. Just give us the... You've had a look at that now. Go for it. Sum up the film. Go.
Okay.
From the start, go.
Okay, from the start.
Yeah.
I can't believe I've been put on the spot.
Go on, let's give it a go. Let's give it a go.
Right. Okay. Right. Montage. Lots of people dying,
Yeah.
especially the women in the film, and his brother, the dad's brother.
Uh-huh.
There's a family there played by various people who we never meet again.
Mm-hmm.
There is a corgi, possibly covered in marzipan. Okay. So there's a fitness craze going on. Ben Stiller is a coach who's running this gym. There's a shop, a baker's shop, that is full of Seminole cakes that are not being sold. Whoopi Goldberg comes in and sings a song, I'm No Doctor, which is about a heart bursting out of its stomach. And so...
And you're nearly there. You're nearly there. The shop's on the rocks.
Yep, it's all great. So...
Eats to save the business.
Yep.
The booking from the old people's home. Father, hand on cake.
Yep.
I love you, boy. Brother was coach all along. Shit.
He went to college at one point.
That was before the shop.
I've got Jungle Book written down. And the big race intermission, that was very important.
Yes.
The words instant classic aren't used enough these days.
Certainly not with this film.
It's no Jungle Book.
No, it's no Jungle Book.
Thoughts?
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm hungry talking about it. I'm going to be very hungry watching it.
Yeah.
I've been sitting here absolutely captivated. I really have. I've been like, I proper forgot where I was. I was like,
We have a job to do.
What's going to happen next? Whereas I had a microphone in front of my face. Carwyn, I think we're going to make it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to try.
Come on.
We're going to try.
We've got the resources and the drive.
We've got the heart.
That's
In the
excellent.
heart of the stomach.
Heart of the stomach.
Everyone likes a callback. And that is excellent.
Well,
Fantastic.
I can't say anything bad about this film. I'd watch it.
Oh, I can say lots about this. I'm not going to.
Is it aimed at Adam Sandler?
No, he's all right. I like him.
Because we can change it. Come on,
Is he in this?
yeah, he was one of the many celebrity cameos.
Oh, cameos, yeah.
Yeah.
He just pops in, like, does that weird Adam Sandler voice, which I've just realised that I'm not
I
going
want
to.
Go on.
yeah, I know. Yeah. The sort of high pitch. Oh, I've been silly.
Paul's face when he realised what little trap I'd walked myself into. But thank you for saving me.
We made
No
3
problem at all.
episodes and then we were
No problem
cancelled
at all.
immediately.
Thank you for everything. I've thoroughly enjoyed this, and it's going to be a shame now. The wait before we get the actors on set for that first day.
Get it greenlit.
We need to get it made.
We'll have a montage about it.
Yeah.
Right. Well, Carwyn, thank you. Where can we find you on the socials? You got anything exciting coming up? Bear in mind, it's going to take a couple of weeks for this to come out.
No, well, with that in mind, I feel like I got a lot of exciting gigs coming up. I won't plug anything in particular, but I'm on Instagram. I'm so bad at social media. How do you two cope
Don't
with
use
social
it.
media?
I
No,
do.
I don't like that.
I think
For me.
you need it, kind of thing. But no, you can definitely find me on Instagram at Carwyn Blaney, and it's spelled just as it sounds, so it's quite easy. At Carwyn Blaney on Instagram. Thankfully, I don't think there is another Carwyn Blaney in the world, so that handle was there for the taking.
That's lovely. I recommend everyone go and follow it, because if you get a chance to see Carwyn perform, it's an absolute treat.
Thank you.
And thanks for coming. I've enjoyed it. I
had a blast. This was fantastic, yeah.
I might dream about this film. It's one of those.
I'm going to
ones
immediately
that's
see if I can get a Simnel cake on the way home.
It could Well, make sure you go to the right bakery.
And make sure you like, subscribe, tell your friends.
Tell your friends and leave a review because that's important apparently.
About this podcast, not Simnel cakes.
I want to hear all of your Simnel cake reviews on the review section of Apple things or whatever it is.
But wait, there's a twist.